What is going on, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Robeytech Live. The sound that you're hearing is not the sound of Robey's voice. It's me, it's Damien. It is good to be back with you. If we have not had the pleasure of meeting here on Twitch or in our Robeytech Discord, my name is Damien. I am the lead writer here at Robeytech, also known as Pastor Dame, and I get the privilege of being able to stream with you all today. Welcome everybody in the chat. Thank you all so much, so much for being here. For all of you guys who were at the stream on Monday, we did fix the situation with the camera. We did the classic IT thing of we turned it off and turned it back on again, and it just worked perfectly, which was fantastic. Killman, how many bananas is the case? I'm gonna go with about 3 1/4. That's about where we're at right now. But I saw a bunch of you guys in the chat earlier as you were piling in here. A couple of questions came in, a couple of things that I want to call out. Just real quick, a couple of people resubbed since the last stream, and so thank you Bittersweet84, thank you Quiglag, thank you SDoggo2, thank you for everybody that that subs here, even if you're just hanging out, even if you're hanging out or you're passing through, thank you. Timu Robeytech, that's me. Glad to be back with y'all. Justin is having a great time on his stream. If you're following him on socials, you should see some amazing views of his morning walks / runs, as well as he was on the go-kart track this morning. I think he got lapped by his son at one point, which was just a really funny thing to see, because I know that that he and AJ were really looking forward to tearing around the track together with that. But last I heard, if I'm remembering this correctly, and Brian, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I got Brian on the camera here. This dude, you hardly ever see him in front of the camera. He's always behind it. But the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Brian Combs is here.
I want to make sure you guys get some good angles with these PCs.
All right, yeah, making it happen. But what was it? What was the place that he was at today? It starts with an S. It's like the place where they filmed The Proposal, or that Ryan Reynolds' character was from in The Proposal. So anyway, so he's hanging out there today. Does not have great internet, but he did say to say hello to everyone here. He misses you guys. He'll be back next week. Don't worry. You only have to deal with me for one more stream. But it's good to hang out with you guys. We have an amazing build that we're going to be doing here today. We've got an Arctic build that we're going to be doing, all AMD build that we have here going on. So what do you say we go through some parts? How about that? Go through some parts here? All right. So like I said, we're going to do an all AMD build. We are using the Ryzen 5 7600X, and we're going to be putting that into the ASRock Steel Legend B650 Wi-Fi. Gonna get a good shot of that. There you go. See, we gives the peoples what they want. Yeah, we're gonna be building this today. Build is not up on the website. Bittersweet, we do know that is going on right now. Thank you so much for pointing it out. There was a little bit of snafu with some of the parts. There was like one part that we changed last minute, and so it didn't quite get in there. That's totally a hashtag my bad situation there. But as soon as Tom is able to get to it, he is gonna make sure that happens. We're going to pair this with the Power Color Radeon RX 9060 XT. So we've got a 16 gigs of VRAM in this thing. And
those are awesome. We met up with Power Color in Taipei.
Yeah?
And man, they have some cool looking GPUs.
They really do. They make the Red Devil, right? The Red Devil is one of their models. Okay, so my first in my first modern build, I had an RX 580 that was the Red Devil in there. So we've got the 9060 XT from Power Color. We have we haven't not used these around here, but these actually kind of look cool. This is King Bank RAM. And I'll be able to show you more when we take this out of the package here, but we've got 32 gigabytes of that we're gonna be using in our system here today. We've got another one of the Kingston NV3 1 terabyte drives. These drives, we love them for our budget builds just because they strike a really good balance of speed. They are a DRAM-less drive, so if you're looking for a drive with DRAM, like it's not gonna be one of those drives. But we actually did a really cool thing on social. Somebody asked that question of like, should I use an NVMe with DRAM or not? And Robey actually covered that on our socials. And if you do have questions, if you have tech questions that you want us to answer, and there was a question in here about a 5070 build. And I really want to encourage you, if you go over to robeytech.com and underneath our, there's a tab that's in there that says resources, and there's actually a chart there that shows what PSU you should pair with a modern GPU. So if you want to see what to do with that, that would be a good thing. Speaking of PSUs, we are using the white version of the Corsair RM750E. So we're going to be using that in our build. We really, really like what Corsair's been doing with their cables with those. Makes it super manageable. And then we're going to be cooling our CPU with the Thermalright Peerless Assassin SE White ARGB. So we're going to have a lot of RGB in this. It's going to be a pretty build, and that's all. And I missed the best part, guys. I missed the best part. We're building in a new case. I get to build in a case that Robey has never built in, which is pretty cool. So this is the Endorfy Arx 700 in white. This is kind of a newcomer for us. I don't believe we've seen anything from these guys. When I took it out of the box, like, and forgive me if this is, I hope this doesn't come across as being like derogatory in saying this, but like, I immediately got Be Quiet vibes when I saw this. Nanusu, I did see the dad joke thing. I will get that in just a little bit. One of the things I noticed right away is there are a lot of places for tie downs for cable management. There are a lot of places. So when we get into cable management, we are going to have some more cable management that we're going to be doing in this one because there are more cables to be managed. There is a hub in the back for RGB. So we're going to have a little bit more to do when we tidy up. Is that Corsair PSU the one with the white cables and white combs? Yes, it is. There are few combs on the cable, but enough, I think, for most builds to be able to neatly manage those cables. We'll actually use some zip ties, I think, when we get this all plugged in, just to make sure that that everything is nice and tidy. Okay, so dad joke. As you guys know, I joined the Robeytech team about 2 years ago. My last job, I actually had to quit because it only paid in vegetables. I left because I was unhappy and I had a problem with my celery. All right, that's terrible. That's terrible. The account was a bean counter too, so I mean, I couldn't do much about that. All right, guys, let's get into the build. Let's get into the build here. I hope you guys are doing all right today. Hey, by the way, Tuesday was a huge day. Like, if you're a console player at all, Tuesday was a huge day. How many of you guys are PlayStation players who are now playing Gears of War? Or how many of you are Xbox players who are now playing Helldivers 2? Huge, huge deal. Huge deal. What are the cables that Justin did not like with combs? I forget. Braxel, I don't know that I can answer that question. Brian, can you?
I was here at that stream. I want to say it was one of the Lee and Lee ones.
One of the Lee and Lee ones. Okay. That's interesting because I've used the Lee and Lee Edge in my wife's PC, and I loved it. I really, really loved it. And maybe it was again, this is why we say there is no one-size-fits-all tech solution, guys, because like everybody's going to have a preference about what they like and what they don't like when it comes to their builds and what they like using. And speaking of like one-size-fits-all things and things not being one-size-fits-all, if you haven't seen the video over on our not Robeytech live channel, just on the regular youtube.com/Robeytech, you may see this in the background. We actually just did a review of the Corsair Xeneon Edge, and this thing, nobody needs this, but well, I mean, there are people that probably could really use this, but like it's a pretty handy tool. And I found some really fun uses for it. Speaking of Helldivers, I found a way to program the stratagems into this thing. So it was pretty fun to use that. But yeah, like go over and watch that if you have an opportunity at some point in time. I'd love to know what you think. And also if you haven't yet, if you could go over to, especially if you're on X or if you're watching on Twitch here, if you can go over to the Robeytech live channel and just slap a thumbs up on this video. If we get those likes, yeah, Blondie Bagiki throwing it up in the chat there. Likes are free. If we get 150 likes on the YouTube video, then we're gonna do a giveaway today. Would you guys like that? Like, I would feel great. I would feel so good if I could give back to you. I know, it's weird calling it X. I want to call it Twitter, but it is still weird for me to do that. But that's what it is, and I'm trying. So here we are. Likes are free. Likes are free. They're cheap as free. All right, I'm gonna get some of this trash out of here. We're gonna get the CPU in. We're gonna get the NVMe drive in, and then RAM clicks. I'm gonna see if I can get some redemption. I'm gonna see if I can get some redemption because I felt ill. I felt ill, Brian, after last time. It was a feels bad moment, man. It was a feels bad moment. All right, I think I'm going with the wrong tool here. All right, we're gonna get our NVMe drive in here, and I'm not gonna make the same mistake that I did last. You know what, guys, I gotta level with you. I was so nervous, and it's not because of you guys. It was just me. Like first time, anytime you're doing something for the first time, like super nervous to be streaming. Again, why should I have been nervous? Like we're hanging out here, we're having fun, telling dad jokes. We're just a bunch of people who love tech and love geeking out about stuff, and here we are. Look at us. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Is this a commission build? They are not commission builds. These are purely builds that Robey and I talked about as he was planning on going on vacation, and we were talking about the possibility of me coming out to lead the live streams here. So these builds are partially my brainchild, partially his. So this build probably has more of his fingerprints on it than mine. But I was like really adamant that I wanted to do an Arctic build. And so he was like, all right, I'll entertain the idea. All right, so we've got our NVMe drive in here. And like the other motherboard that we use, this on the back of the heatsink, you've got the two different screws here, and this, what's up? Ah, thank you, Brian. Thank you. All right, so if you notice here, in the last one, I made the mistake of putting a screw down in here, which for some motherboards you do need to do that. You do need to have an extra screw there, but there is actually a tie down here for that standoff. So we're just going to use that in general. So Kenneth, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And again, part of it is just because like this is a huge deal. Like I'm super honored. I'm super honored that not only would Robey trust me to stream in his stead, but also that you guys would show up. Like, you have limited time And I am so, so honored that you would choose to spend some of it with me. So, hey, Blondie, no you. I'm gonna flip the Uno reverse card at you. You're awesome. Thank you for being here. Araxinus, I'm so glad to see you. So glad to see you guys in the chat here. It's a good day. We're building an Arctic PC. We're having fun. It's a good day. All right, so we're gonna put our CPU in. We've got our Ryzen 5 7600X. So yeah, RT Final Boss, dude. Again, another legend. Hey, Deb, welcome to the stream. So good to see you, sister. So good to see you. Anyway, RT Final Boss, super awesome, super encouraging. Man has been checking up on me like all day, like just making sure that I'm okay. And yeah, really appreciate it. Super good. All right, so we got our chip in. We're gonna go ahead and latch it down here. And so that is that. We are G2G with that in the socket. We'll get to the heatsink in Buttermo, but you know what time it is. It's RAM click time. So I gotta find the audiometer here. I know it's here somewhere. Back by the controller. Here we go. We got it. Captain Beard, another Kevin that I know, another absolute legend. What's going on, my man? What's going on? I have known that dude forever. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. And Andy the Lab, Deb, I saw your Zephyrus video this morning. Deb has been doing these videos in collaboration with Asus, and they're kind of like on the laptops, like getting to know the different Asus laptops, and they've been super fun. So make sure that if you're not following Andy the Lab on socials, go ahead and do that, because you'll see some fun content, and you'll also see some adorable puppers. All right, so do we have our predictions in? I think I saw, was it 97 or higher? 97, okay. 97. I can borrow a wig for the next stream. You know, I would probably look like He-Man if I did. All right, so we're gonna isolate the studio. Actually, you know what I need to do first, Brian? Because I did this last time, and I feel like maybe I didn't quite stretch enough for these RAM clicks, right? Okay, so if you're sitting at your desk, you can join me with this. Okay, this is a great shoulder exercise. So just take your arms. We're gonna do an upright external rotation. So this is great for your shoulders. So, and we're gonna need that as we press down on this thing. So, all right, you get your arms and elbows at 90 degrees to your side. We're gonna raise them up. And we're gonna pull back like somebody's pulling on your arms. Get that, get it. Then we're gonna come back down. There we go. I think we're ready. Let's do it. All right, so RAM stick number 1. Let's make sure it's lined up. It is not. Do I have this right? I've never used this RAM before, guys. So I'm just trying to make sure that I have this pointed in the right direction. Because I don't want to go like give her like an old skidoo and just like break the RAM. All right, we ready? Oh, 101 crispy. Wow. Oh, wow. That was boom. I felt that in my soul. Like that was, ooh, so good. All right, can we do it? Can we do it twice? All right. Here we are. Ready? Ooh, 94.9. That was a nat 20. I did roll a nat 20 on that. Hey, Johnny, good to see you, brother. Really good to see you in the chat here today. We had a crisp, that was super crispy. Wow. Wow, I can't believe that. I've never seen it go that high. Have you seen that?
I think we've seen a couple.
We've seen a couple big ones like that?
Triple-digit ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can't complain about that. Robey lost some weight. Hey, you know what? He is on that journey. So am I. It's a good journey to be on. And every step is a good one when it comes to that. Every step is a good one when it comes to that. Hey, wouldn't be a PC build if you didn't drop something. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start getting our CPU ready for mounting the, you know what? I did this out of order. I was so excited about doing those RAM clicks. I was so excited about doing those RAM clicks, Brian, that I didn't think, and I really should have put the cooler on first. Because, yeah, I know, right? I know. You know what that means? We just need to do it again. We just need to do the RAM clicks again. Because
I'd be nervous. I mean, how are you going to top 101?
Listen. I'm just saying, like, I don't know that I need to top it. I do feel a sense of redemption, though. I do have to say, I feel a sense of redemption after the build the other day, because it was gross, man. Like, it was just so smushy in there. It was like the moistness of RAM clicks. Like, you just hear it and you're like, ugh.
Dry heave.
Yeah, it just makes you dry heave. This is just gonna happen like that. All right, I am gonna go ahead and take this out, just because it is gonna be easier for us to install the CPU cooler if we don't have the RAM in the way here. I don't know. I feel like we got the right amount of we got the right amount on the RAM clicks. I don't feel like we need to measure it again. Like, I feel like we nailed it.
Yeah.
We nailed it. It's not going to get better,
no.
But we'll celebrate the W's that we got. We celebrate the W's that we got. All right. So we got a different air cooler here. We have the Thermalright Peerless Assassin 120 SE White RGB. I know. Is it normally what Robey does, Araxness? I'll be honest, I feel ashamed for saying this. I've watched enough streams that I should know that, but I don't know. I guess for me, like, especially when it comes to like installing a cooler that I've never done before, like, I like to try to see if I like to have as much space as I can get so that I know what I'm working with and what I'm working around. But again, everybody has a different way of doing this, and yeah, as long as the PC posts, we're golden, right? Okay. So I had a little bit of a hiccup with the hardware, and again, that was just me being overly cautious last stream, because I had never installed one of those CPU coolers before, and the parts to me were just, they didn't look right. So I erred on the side of caution, and I asked a question, because one of the things that we constantly like to remind each other around here is that even though as a team, some of us are remote, some of us are, I'm an East Coaster, so some of us are off-site, but the things that we do, we don't do in isolation. That's the beauty of being a part of a team, right? There are strengths that we get to share with each other. And man, I love being a part of this team for that. And I'm not just saying that because I'm live and this is being recorded, right? Like I truly, genuinely mean that. Like, off camera, guys, you don't even know. Like, it's such a cool place to be. All right. So these do have, it's interesting. I don't know if you can see it on there. In my old eyes, I had to get it like really, really close here. But it does say these are used for both AM4 and AM5 sockets. So we're gonna go ahead, because we're using an AM5 socket, we're gonna go ahead and flip it around so that, because we're not using an AM4 socket, and there is a slight difference in Z height. So that does have some impact here for us, and we wanna make sure that we're using the right standoffs. Araxness, thank you so much. and honestly, like I know I said this in Discord, and I said this to our team too, like this really was a like teamwork making the dream work thing, and I'm so grateful for y'all, and super humbled to be able to do this. Like I had a blast on Monday. I think I always have fun. I always have fun when we're working on the set like this. All right, so just to be sure here, I just want to make sure that I'm pointing these in the right direction, because that would be embarrassing. And that's the last thing I want to do, right? Like the last thing I want to do is have Robey come back and you guys be like, yo, this guy here does not know, doesn't even know how to use a screwdriver, doesn't know how to turn a screwdriver. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I know, this is a really pretty board, isn't it, Smokey? Steel Legend board. ASRock Steel Legend. Yeah, I thought this would really, really pop in this build. Oh, I'm so stoked for this. I love Arctic builds. I really do. Like I know it's and you'll see this in the price list. And I'm actually going to throw this up on the screen here, so that you guys can see the parts list here again. But this is what we're working with here. So we're building with the Ryzen 5 7600X. So last gen processor, but still good, still a relevant processor. Saves us a little bit of money. Same with the ASRock B650 Steel Legend. Steel Legend. I kind of feel like it deserves an epic voice. Steel Legend. So we're gonna be building with that as our basis there. We've got the Power Color Hellhound OC Radeon RX 9060 XT, Kingston NV3 1TB drive. We're using the KingBank RGB 6000 megahertz RGB CL36 RAM. That's 32 gigabytes of that we're using. We're building all of that in the Endorfy Arx, or it's Endorfy or Endorfy, or yeah, I'm gonna go with Endorfy. Endorfy Arx at 700 white. We're using the Thermalright Peerless Assassin 120 SE in white, and that's all being powered by Corsair's RM750 in white. You love to see it, folks. You'll love to see it. All right. So, and again, just as a reminder too, like I want to be very respectful of your time today. So I am going to make a commitment to you that the stream is going to be no more than 3 hours. If we do get to the point where we're running into some issues, we're running like close to the 2.5 hour mark, if we haven't gotten the build to post just yet, we'll try to get it as close as possible, but we won't run any benchmarks. But if we do get it there, which I don't foresee us having a problem, but if we don't get it there in time, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and end the stream early, because there's a fine line between entertainment and a hostage situation. So I don't want to give any of you guys Stockholm Syndrome out there. All right, so we're going to do something a little bit different with the thermal paste today. We did the 9-dot method last time around, and so we're gonna do a little dollop, little dabble do you in the middle there, little pea-sized smush in the middle there. And I'm gonna, you know what? We're gonna spread this around a little bit. We're gonna do a little Bob Rossing here. Yeah, happy little thermal paste. Happy little thermal paste. Make sure that there's good, even coverage on the IHS. So we watch the soothing waves of gray cover that heatsink. I don't know why. My grandmother was huge into Bob Ross. Huge into Bob Ross. All right, what do you guys think? Don't look good? I think so. Looks pretty smooth. Some nice smooth coverage there. I dig it. I dig it. Let me get a little bit more there. Now, do we do art on it? No, we got too much going on. We got too much going on. There's part of me that's like, yeah, I want to get like super stupid creative with this and do some like thermal paste art. on this. Nah, not today. Maybe in the future. If there is a future time, maybe if there's a future time, you know what I would love? I would love this. And I'm going to say this, well, no, maybe I better not say this here, because then you guys are going to hold Justin to something that, like, he's not agreed to and we have not talked about. So whatever the case is, if you like thermal paste painting, guys, you need to be following the YouTube channel, because I think there could, I make no promises. I make no promises, but I feel like there might be eventually something, you know, a guy can dream. There might be thermal paste there. There might be thermal paste. All right. So we do have a peel here. And you know what we say about the peels. You know, you should always do them. Why? Because they're appealing. That one's free. That one's so bad it's free. All right, all right. So we're gonna get this. Let's set this down. And we're gonna have to go in here with, oh, you know what? Friends, you know what time it might be. You know what time it might be. I feel like it might be time for Excalibur. I'm gonna use it. I am unworthy. Okay, this is unwieldy. Hey, here we go. Yeah. Excalibur. All right, and hey, again, just as a reminder, if you're watching on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, if you're watching here on Twitch, if you would do us a favor, pop over to youtube.com/Robeytech Live. We are out of focus, Brian. I feel like I'm. If you would pop over there and just go ahead and slap a quick like. What happens if you do not use thermal paste? Do CPUs just burn up and die? So that's a great question. Usually there are fail safes. In need of temperance, awesome. Thank you for throwing an answer up in the chat. Usually there are some fail safes that will keep your processor safe. Like your motherboard will like sense it and shut it down. But I mean it really. Heat is not good. Like, you know, heat without the transfer of that away from the chip is not going to be good for the long-term life of the chip itself. All right, so that feels pretty good. I'm just gonna, because that was just kind of silly, and it's just me being silly there. All right, we are decent. We are decent in there. All right. All right, I need to go ahead and refresh my monitor here. Sorry, guys. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. There we go. There we go. What do you think so far? It's pretty. Okay, now I see why the RAM needed to go in here. You know what? I'm really curious if it's just the socket or what. Like I gotta do it. I gotta know, guys. How are we doing? Ready? Ooh, 95.8. So it was we just had one really, really good pop. 97.9. Okay. Not bad. Yeah. Not bad. I'm not ashamed of those numbers.
Very snappy board.
I can hold up my head. Do you have a spare cooler anywhere you could show the bottom of? Great question. The answer is yes. The short answer is yes. The long answer is readily available, not so much. Maybe at some point if we can, Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to grab another cooler right now to be able to show the bottom of it. But on the bottom, you have a plate. Usually, like you have a copper cold plate, or you have some heat pipes that will contact. Just making sure I've got my hardware here. I get to play with these fun things again. So that's okay. Yeah, sorry, Need of Temperance, apologies. Like, if I could phase through the wall, yeah, more visual example above for the paragraph, okay. And again, one of the things that, again, I know I said again twice, but we really like this with Thermalright stuff. Like, we do have thermal paste that comes with this, so if we didn't have a Gigundo tube thermal paste, this does come with one, so you're pretty much set out of the box. Some manufacturers actually have the thermal paste pre-applied on the bottom there, and some people like that. Some people are divided on it, whether or not they like it. Okay, this is really interesting. So we've got white fans for this, but we have a black adapter, a black splitter with that. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about it, Brian. I'm a little conflicted. I'm a little conflicted. I feel a little bit like, I don't know. That was a choice. It was a choice. Of all the choices, I don't know that that's the one I would make.
If you look at the connections on the motherboard, those are black. So
do white cables degrade in coloring as in yellowing? It really depends. It depends on the cable. Depends on the manufacturer. I've had some that I've seen that on. Brian, I don't know. Have you seen that over the years? Over your.
Sorry, what was the question?
Have you seen color degradation on like white cables or white parts?
I mean, I know it's a thing. Certainly, if there's too much heat or too much power going through them, they'll start to color. But I don't think that should be a problem. I haven't seen it personally, but you know how they get on like sometimes the Apple MacBook charging cables. Sometimes those can be overpowered and then have a tendency to turn yellow.
Wait, Brian, you use a Mac. You use.
Not infallible.
What? What? How dare you? I'm just kidding. Listen, we're equal opportunity tech users here. We love it. We love it all. You know, I'll tell you what. This
Brian is mic'd up. Oh, maybe hold on.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I need to chunk this up a little
Oh
bit.
no. Has Brian been talking this whole time? And
Okay, that should be better.
bom 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 bom. Classic epic streamer fail. But hey, you know what? It's okay, Brian. I still love you.
I'm generally pretty quiet to begin with. But I'm sure I was probably.
It's true. Okay, so we have an interesting situation here that that sometimes you will run into when you're building, and that is that our RAM clearance, our cooler does not necessarily, this fan does not clear the RAM. So we're gonna have to offset this. Not 100% a fan of that, but yeah. And I think we should be fine. I'm actually going to move where those fans or where those cables are coming out because I did not like how that was looking. The things you learn. Put the fan on the other side. I could do that. I could do that.
Y'all want me to sing?
So this really is, I mean, it really is meant for it to be pushed through. And so this would be a little bit more of a pull through. And so like we probably wouldn't get amazing performance with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and install it as it's intended. It's gonna be a little offset, which is, again, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. It is not the thing that we would necessarily like choose / recommend. You know what? I am also, I think, going to phone a friend on this just to make sure that, that this is okay. Because again, I'm not doing this in isolation. I have a super smart dude that I can call in who knows way more about this than I do. And so I'm gonna call in Mr. Kevin Darby, and I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna get loud here and I don't wanna yell in your ear. What, Duco Base? Thank you for the sub. I know who, that's my dad. That's my dad. What's up? What's up? The parents watching. Now I can't use those 4-letter words that I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, Kevin, we have a RAM clearance issue here with the fan. I have it slightly offset. Is that okay? That is a-okay. Fantastic. All right. I just wanted to check and ask the question because this is something that, in case somebody is wondering about whether this type of setup is going to cause any problems, you know, obviously you want it to be like even on there so that you don't have things blocking. But it does look like we do have a pretty decent flow.
So, the reason it's okay, especially with this one, is it's all about the static pressure against what the fan is currently touching.
Okay.
But if you look, there's a 1/2 inch at the bottom that's inset on the fins.
Yep.
The fan doesn't touch that.
Okay.
So those lower ones, the fan is less efficient in getting air through those fins. So by offsetting, you're not changing the efficiency of
Fantastic.
Of the AI or the air cooler.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Darby is our go-to guru. If you see any data, like huge, deep data here at Robeytech, the man, the myth, the legend is our guy who knows things. And so if you, I don't know if you guys were able to catch that through Brian's mic or not.
I tried.
But the gist of it is that because if you look under here, and Brian, let's go ahead and show this. If you look under here, there's a bit of an offset here with where the fin stack is on the cooler, and so we actually have the fan, the airflow in the fan going through the main stack here, where it's going to matter the most. It's going to be less efficient down here because there's just less to there's less, or there's more space in there for air to leak out. So we actually have some good static pressure in the main space where it needs to go. So anyway, yeah, it's good stuff. We learned things. We learned things here, guys. Okay, so we're gonna get back to the process of, we're gonna wire this up here. And don't worry, we'll do some good cable management of this once it's actually in the system. But for now, I just want to make sure that these are plugged in so that when we get this into the case, we've got a clear way for wiring things up. Now, okay. One of the questions that I did have, because I was looking at this, and if we can focus in here, Brian, right here on the addressable RGB headers here. So we have two headers here for RGB. Like these are the ports that make the magic happen. Like when you connect up, most fans, unless you have something proprietary, they're going to go on one of these headers here. And since we do have 2 fans here, and it does look like they are both ARGB equipped. So we've got these cables here that will connect into each other. or we can actually connect these into each other. So then we'll only really need to use one of those connections on the board, which is great because we'll have another connection that'll plug in right here for our hub that's in the case. Okay, guys, let's. We've got the motherboard is all ready, so let's go ahead and get it into the case. I'm gonna clean up a little bit of my workspace here. This is great, like a great tip for whether you're PC building or you're like cooking in the kitchen. Like always clean up as you go, right? Like it always makes the cleanup afterwards better and easier if you clean up as you go. Okay, so we're gonna move this over Butamo, and we're gonna get the case, but we need to make sure that we have good form here. So we're gonna squat down, get the case, lift with our knees. Hey, what's up, Aki? So good to see you, brother. So glad you're here. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Organized Chaos, the U12A isn't dual tower, but yeah, it's a good thick single tower. Sweet, love to hear it. You love to hear it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and, oh, okay. I wanna point this out because I don't know that there are too many cases that I've seen this in, but there's actually like a padding here. Like this is squishy. This is squishy. So there's a little bit of a seal there, like that kind of tightens it in. Seals in the flavor. All right, just want to make sure that doesn't fall over. All right. Have I seen the shorts where somebody pulls a box out and throws the box on the floor? I mean, it's a choice. Of all of the choices that you could make, that is one of them. So I did a little bit of like pre-prep here, just because I wanted to make sure that I understood a thing or two about this case going in. One of the things that I saw, and I didn't actually open this bag, but like when I got the back open, I saw this big bag and I'm like, what the heck is in here? And it's like grommets on grommets on grommets. Like if you don't want the white grommets in there, they've got grommets for days. My goodness. We do love that they gave us, how many zip ties did they give us in here? Man, love to see Aki and Fam in here. Love to see Captain Beard in here. Thank you guys. We've got 6 zip ties here. What do you guys think? Can we do this with 6 zip ties? Nah. Blondie, do we have a prediction on zip ties, by the way? I mean, I realize it's like super early in the build. Like we have done 0 cable management yet, and I know you're on top of it. Yeah, appreciate it. So yeah, if you want to do a Stormtrooper build, you can definitely swap those out. Now, I might, and I've got to see like how this falls, because I'm looking at. Oh, this is very interesting. So we've got in the bag of screws, we've got a mismatch, or not mismatch, but we've got a bag of screws here that has like they have different types of screws and a couple of standoffs, but they also have some of these in here. And then they also have these like rubberized grommets too. So I think if I'm understanding this correctly, I think what this is meant for is, hey, J Squared, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate you, my friend. I think what this is for is if you see like on the motherboard, they're not too squishy here though. I am kind of wondering if this is meant to like go in the hole there, and then that's meant to be like a rubberized standoff for that. Maybe. That's my best guess. That's my best guess on first blush. So, yeah, I don't know. Could be a thing. Could be a thing. Zenu89, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Sergeant Nobody, I didn't see your sub earlier, but man, thank you. Don't have the manual in front of me, but it might be. Oh, that is also, you know what? You're right. That's probably also the case as well. So we got a big old pile of screws here. We got to sort out for our motherboard screws here. Need just a couple of those. We do have a center standoff post, so we're gonna need 8 screws. 8 screws, I love to count. And then we'll go ahead and we will put the rest of these away. Hopefully we won't drop a screw. Hopefully we won't. But what we're gonna do to kind of help ensure that is we've got a handy dandy little magnetic pad that we're gonna use. Okay, so we've got all of those stuff and things that we're gonna put away. Again, clean up as we go. There's part of me that you see these 2 spaces down here, like I wonder if, I mean, one of the grommets won't quite cover that, but that feels a little bit weird to have like 2 black grommets in an otherwise mostly white case here. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the cable runs go, and we'll go from there. All right. So there we are. Here's the inside of the case. I am curious if we're going to need to remove this back fan or not. We might need to because we have the standoff here. I just don't know if we can get that back out, the back plate through there without removing that. I don't know that I want to push it. I don't know that I want to push it. But you know what I do know? I know that I need to get a move on here because we are an hour in, guys. We're an hour in, and I have a timer. I have a timer. I'm on the clock. Want to make sure. Build faster. You must construct additional pylons. Any StarCraft fans out there? You know, it's been a minute. I went back and I played StarCraft a couple weeks ago. My younger brother and I, that's more, that would be more Warcraft, but my life for ire. Though, you know, I'll funny enough though, Aki, like the IOT though, easy to mix those up. All right, we do have one peel here. We do have one peel here. All right. That was okay. It was an okay peel. I feel conflicted about that peel, but you know, they can't all be perfect. Can't all be perfect. Yeah, I think this was going to be the better way to go. Okay, we've got the center post in. I'm going to go ahead and get this fan back in place. Yeah, I was a Protoss main. Same here. The purple Protoss were pretty. Then when I introduced my wife to StarCraft, she liked the pink Protoss. She like made a theme song for them too. It was super cute. I was already in love with her, and then it was just like, all right, like this is. I knew I made a good choice. I knew I made a good choice. Still love playing StarCraft 2. Let's go. I really love that that they did like that Blizzard did like a StarCraft remastered, and then they did like a Carbot skin for StarCraft. Which, if you have not seen like Carbot's animation, like you really owe it to yourself, especially if you love video games. Like you owe it to yourself to watch some of their stuff. Especially like their Expedition 33 animations are absolutely hilarious. Yeah, the Steel Legend looks great in here. Though I will say, with like how crisp and white the case looks, like it looks a little off-white in here, to be honest. But that is the risk you run, though. Like when you're trying to do Arctic builds, is like, are all of the parts going to be the same color temperature, right? Are you gonna have the same color temperature there? All right. I realize I kind of got this case askew from the camera. I'm sorry, guys. I'm learning. Brian's giving me the look like there's a vein that's popping out of his forehead right now that he's just like,
No,
it's like, I'm about to kill this man.
Too critical.
Self-deprecating humor, my friend. There we go. I wasn't quite sure we were getting that one. Wasn't quite sure it was taken, but it did. How about that? It does have a slight tint to it. It does have, you're right. There's an ever so slight tint to the panel. Nathan, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. We almost have the motherboard installed here. We've got everything on the, installed on the motherboard. So we've got our RAM, our NVMe drive, our CPU, our heatsink, and we are rocking and rolling here. We're gonna start plugging in cables once we get this all plugged up. And by plugged up, I mean have all the screws where they need to go. And don't worry, this nonsense, that's gonna go away. That's gonna go away. What is my favorite case? Ooh, that's a hard one. So I really like NZXT cases. I've been a huge fan. Like I've built in a number of them. My personal rig is in the H9 Elite, though it's not like one of the greatest for airflow. It is one of those cases. It's just a pretty showcase PC case. The new H9, which actually Robey built in last week, I believe, is also like super pretty. I was stoked to see a refresh on that at Computex. But man, there are so many cases. There's so many cases that I look at and I'm like, oh, I love that case. If you want to see, shameless plug here, but if you want to see me geek out about PC cases, there's a video that I hosted from Computex on the Robeytech channel, which, by the way, this is your reminder. If you have not liked this video over on Robeytech Live, please go ahead and do so, because if we get 150 likes on this video, we're going to do a giveaway, and I know that nothing would make Blondie happier than being able to run that for us. It would be awesome. It would be our treat to be able to do that. But if you want to see me geek out over a bunch of different like crazy PC cases, there is a video that I got to kind of host and write and film. I didn't do the filming, I'm sorry, but I did host that video from Computex, and it was a blast to do it because there were so many amazing PC cases to see, and all with a bunch of different utility and options and what have you, and form factors too. Like there was literally a case that looked like a tank. Like how can you not like a case like that? I don't know. Like I loved it. I loved seeing it. So All right, we have a whole lot of cables to manage here, guys. We have a lot of cable management to do. But I think the place that I really want to start is up in the, and I'm going to try to do this in a way that you can see this, but I'm going to try to route some of these cables together as much as possible so that everything, I need to unplug the CPU header here because I want to try to get these cables over to the side so that they're together, so that when we have this all said and done, and I'm going to grab a zip tie. Fortunately, we have a couple of small white zip ties, so they won't show as much. And this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky for me because I may have to lay this down. Okay. And I'm going to lower the table here as well, just a little bit because I am tall. All right, so we got one zip tie in there. I think I'm going to tighten that down just ever so slightly more. Ever so. Oh, Landsworth, thank you for the gifted subs. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for all your encouragement in Discord earlier today. Really, really appreciate you. Really, really appreciate you. There we go. There's one in there. And I think, let me see if I can get this one from the back because I think that now that I have those together up front, I can get these. I'm trying very hard to make sure that we're using the grommet in a smart way here. And I think that doing this way is probably going to be, okay, what I'm going to do for now, I am not going to waste a zip tie just yet. I'm going to use one of these handy dandy ties that came in the case to just tie it together for now. You'll find that when you have products, you'll get a lot of these these metal ties, and so that'll help you to be able to plan out your zip ties a little bit better, so that you don't actually waste as many zip ties. And I know that we have like a bazillion zip ties around here. Like we have multiple colors of zip ties that we could use and whatnot, but I'm just going to use that for now, just to tie it together and make sure that it stays in place. We'll go back with a plastic zip tie and do it for realsies once we're in a place where we are ready to make a more permanent decision. When we're ready to commit, we'll do that. But we're gonna go ahead and get the I/O all plugged in here. We're gonna make sure that we have our front panel in. We're gonna make sure that everything that's back here is managed well before we start getting into our power supply cables. Now, I do have to point this out, and I can't say that I'm mad, I'm just disappointed. But we have, oh, this is awkward. Okay, so we have a situation here, guys, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about this situation. I think I know what they want us to do. And I want to show this here because I'm not a fan of this, because this is where things can go very wrong. And I realize that cables like this are kind of designed to do this, but we have our hub here for all of our LED and our RGB stuff here. And you'll see that up here there is the reset LED. So this is all your front panel connection. So all your front I/O that's up here in the top, like all of that is going to be controlled by these cables. Some cases will have these in one single unified header, so that when you go to plug them into the motherboard, thank you, Brian. When you go to plug them into the motherboard, they're all in the order that they need to be. The problem that we're running into here is that the one for the reset LED is plugged in up here, but the rest of the cables are on this ribbon. So in order for us to get these to where our front panel connectors are, which is going to be like down south here in the case, we're going to have to actually peel these cables off of this line to make it happen. Again, as a ribbon cable, it's kind of designed to do that. At the same point in time, this does introduce a little bit of a failure point or potential failure point when it comes to, like, if I just give her a rip, like if I just give her like an old skidoo, it's entirely possible that I could break the line in between the cables there.
Expose the cable.
I could expose the cables, and that could create a problem. So what we're going to do is we're just going to be very gentle. We're going to be very, very, very gentle as we peel this back. This is not my favorite thing to do, but other than taking that switch out of the loop, which I'm not entirely sure what all it's supposed to control. It looks like we have fan and RGB on there. And again, look, it's going smoothly, right? Like this is designed to do this. And this is not new. You're right, Araxness. This is not new to have this happen like this. But it is one of those things though that, again, just be aware that if you're looking at a case like this, it could be one of those things that if you are a newer builder, this could be a little bit of a deterrent, or it could be something that, could be challenging, because you don't want to break your case, right? Like you want your case to work. You want everything in the case to work. Gently, exactly, Aki, exactly. Like we're gonna treat this right. We're gonna treat it well. We're gonna do our best to make sure that it is good. Okay, so we got it. Like it's separated now. We got it. We're good. No problems. No problems. So now what we're gonna do is I just wanna see, before I peel back anything else, I do wanna make sure that we have enough length to be able to come over into the front and plug in. And so we're going down here, and we have 6 of these little guys. Well, I mean 5 of these little guys really to be able to plug in. Now, I can do something this is not meant to happen like this, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, so you see the little like honeycomb holes that are right down here. Like this is where the front panel connection is. I could, it's in this case is probably intended for me to go through here and over and there. But what if, yoink, what if we go here with that, right? And then we go, okay, we're gonna have to do these. So this is gonna be the hard drive LED. So that is gonna go right over to the side here, like that. So we've got that one in. We have these two individual guys. And I apologize, my mitts are in the way here of everything as I'm trying to do this. And we're gonna get these through. So thread the needle. Okay, so we have power LED plus, power LED minus. So power LED plus is gonna go on the left side here, so right on the end. And then we're going to go power LED minus on the other side here. And then we're going to go power switch right next to it. Easy peasy. There we go. And you know what? Whoa. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to lock the table down. You know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Like, if we're not going to get a front panel connector, we can at least get some clean cabling through that space. What do you think? What do you think? I like it. I'm down for it. I'll do it. I'll do it. And hey, we got the front panel connected there. So let's go. Great success. I love that for us. All right, HD audio is next, and I'll tell you what. I know that like this is not a big deal, but I mean, look, we got a white case, we've got a black cable, and we have ketchup and mustard. We got ketchup and mustard audio cables. There are actually a few cases that we've seen that have done like all color matching with those cables, and we celebrate it every time because it's worth celebrating. Like if anything is good or excellent or praiseworthy, like talk about those things, man. Like it's brag about them. Like those are good things to be able to pull out. All right, so USB 3, there's not really going to be a good way to do this. We're going to have to go through the grommets on the side here. So we've got USB-C. So this case actually does have it. Now these are ribbon cables too, so I am, that was awkward. There we go. So there's one. And then we've got our USB-C or USB 3. And there's that. Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually tie those two together so they stay right in place. This case is pretty wild. It's a pretty wild case. Again, first look at it. So yeah. The board is camo in Needed Temperance. It is. It's the Steel Legend. Legend of Steel. Steel Legend Motherboard. I feel like there should be like a Saturday morning cartoon. You know, it's almost like a Mighty Ducks style. Did you ever watch that? Like the Mighty Ducks cartoon? Where it was like...
Not the cartoon, but
not the
movie, of course.
The movies and the cartoon had absolutely nothing to do with each other, to be honest. It was almost like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like it was kind of like a similar vibe. DuckTales, there's a classic. There's a classic.
I watched religiously.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. All right. That's all you're gonna get. That's all you need. That's all you need. Okay, so we've got we got a big honking mess of cables here, guys. We got stacks on stacks on stacks when it comes to cables. And there is not really a good way. You know what? There is. I think there is a good way to do this. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, guys. Darkwing Duck was amazing. Of all of the spin-offs, I mean, there were so many spin-offs to like Disney shows, like Tailspin. You had the Tailspin Jungle Book spin-off. You had Darkwing Duck. Like all of those, all those shows. Just that was there was a golden age. There was a golden age of Disney cartoons that were like that. That was just, they just hit different. They just hit different. Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. So real talk. You know those games you play as a kid, like that you look back at as an adult and you go like, I'm an idiot. So my dad had this old bottle collection, and real talk, my dad is I swear dude has natural pirate sense. He is a treasure hunter extraordinaire. He's the guy that you see swinging a metal detector on the beach, like we did like that summer. This summer, like we did a family get together, and like that was like his jam. Like every day was like go out to the beach and swing the metal detector around. But dude has like the most legendary bottle collection, like old bottles. And so like he had these inkwells that that for whatever reason, like I got a hold of one of them, and we put like cranberry juice in the like cran raspberry in the inkwell. Now, granted, these are probably leaded bottles, so totally bad for my health. Totally bad for my health. But like we would put like cranberry juice in these bottles, and like we found like corks and whatnot, slapped them in there, and it was just, I mean, you let your imagination go with it, right? Like, because that's what you do. Like, you're kids. You have a blast with things. You use your imagination, and that's good. So what I'm doing, just to give you like a little bit of a play-by-play of what's happening here, is I'm actually gonna, they had these cables run through the center of the case here, like down the spine here. And I actually think because we have tie-down spaces right here, that it's really going to be more beneficial from a neatness standpoint for us to run these down the side here and manage them on the side. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to take more time to do it, but I think that in the long run, it's going to make for a much neater build. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that as an option. Okay. So I think that we went, I'm gonna change a few things with where I have these slotted, just because I want to try to make better sense when I'm looking at this. So 1 is gonna be the bottom. 1 is gonna be the bottom fan, 2 is gonna be the center, 3 is gonna be the top, 4 is going to be the case rear. And then I think that we're going to try to see if we can't tie in the RGB to the hub, since there is an extra space. We're still going to use we need to use the CPU fan header. So we're going to go ahead and use that for our splitter for the fans. And we'll go from there. How we doing on the likes over there on YouTube, Blondie? How we doing? Man, I would love it. Like it would fill my heart, guys, like so much, if I could give back to you guys during the stream. Yeah, and by the way, like how are you guys liking the build? Hey, what do you think of this? And what do you think about us using like 90 out of 150? Okay, we got time. We're laughing. If you wouldn't mind popping over to YouTube, if you haven't done just yet, youtube.com/RobeyTechLive, drop a like on that video. We would love it if you'd subscribe too, but like that is not mandatory. Like nobody's gonna make you do that. But yeah, if you'd like the video over there, that would be awesome. Because if we get to 150, we're gonna give away something. Blondie knows what we're gonna give away. She's probably already mentioned it in the chat, and I am like so fixated on getting this cable management right. Because I'll be honest, guys, like, I kid you not, like, Robey and I had a sit down before he left, and he's like, Damien, you're gonna have to cable manage. It's what the people want. It's what they expect. Like, give the people what they want. I'm actually home now from getting little Aki from school. All right, how is little Aki doing this school year, man? How's he doing? How's the school year going? First year, right? Kindergarten for him. Man, it's like if you guys love like family friendly streams and like family environments, like y'all need to check out. I know I said this last stream, but like I am so thrilled and so privileged to be able to call Aki of Aki and Fam my friend. We met through the Destiny 2 community, and he's just become a dear friend and brother, and it's just been a joy to watch he and his family grow together as they stream together and do life together and just have built some awesome communities. So if that's your jam, like you should definitely check him out. Also, if you're like a Destiny 2 player, I know that like people come and go with that, but you know, it's a great place. Like if you like, we've actually done runs. Like I've done a few. We've done a few raids with people who there's a dude in our Destiny 2 clan that is legally blind, and we have run him through content. Like he has clears of some of the raid content because we just love him. Like that's just the type of place that it is. So like yeah, Sean is so cool. Such a neat dude. And you know what? I do love that too. Like I feel so honored that that I have some amazing group of people that I get to call friends that have, man, that I feel like they show me just as much love as I love them. Like it's super reciprocal, and it's really, really cool to see. I probably could have gotten those in there, guys, but I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to fit that together. Another zip tie for the swarm. All right. Why use zip tie instead of Velcros? Yeah, Velcro tie downs, it's just one of those things where like they do get a little bit more expensive. I know that like if you're going to do builds, here's what I'll tell you. Like if you're going to do builds that you know that you're going to take apart on the regular, I would say, and you know what, Blondie, this might actually make for a really interesting social post. Go ahead and clip that question if you don't mind. And just to be aware, Action 1337, Action Leet, love it. Just to let you know, over on the Robeytech socials, so on Instagram and TikTok, we have been doing a series of videos where we actually answer your tech questions, and it's been super fun because the thing that we adore and the thing that like really fuels us as a, I want to say a company, but I mean like as a group here, like one of the things that really like fuels us and really gets us excited is when people like you get excited and ask questions and you want to know things about PC building or about tech in general. Like there is no such thing as a dumb question. So like never feel like, you know, you have a question, unless you're just like asking a question to make somebody feel dumb, that's a dumb question. Like if that's the intent of asking the question, that's a dumb question. But if you're genuinely like trying to figure out like, hey, I want to know this thing that I don't understand and I'm trying to understand, like ask away. That's the only way you learn, right? Like it's the only way you're going to learn is if you ask questions. So yeah, and Araxness, they're so fun to do too. They're so fun to do. As a writer, like, and again, like as a writer and somebody who enjoys the process of helping people learn and helping people grow in their craft, it's one of those things that it does bring joy. Okay, so I feel like we've got the front, all of the fans and the RGB here. We've got that managed up pretty well. I feel good enough to be able to clip the zip ties from there. We're gonna add those to the pile. We're still gonna take care of this in a little bit, but I do want to, I wanna plug in, so we have the RGB and the fan control or the fan headers for connections, not headers. We're going to the headers for the controllers here. So I want to get those in first, just because I want to see where they lay and I want to see where the best, oh, handy. So we're going to go up and over here, I think. And little trick that I like to do, this is just me, but when I have like thick cables like this, I like to try to go behind these just as an extra layer of like, hey, we're holding this thing in place. But I say that, and I didn't go like up and over everything here. So we're gonna go up and through here. I know, right? And don't worry. I'm gonna get to the other side. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. We are spaghetti wrangling. It's like the best kind of, well, it's the best kind of wrangling, right? Because I mean, like, if you're gonna wrangle, there may as well be spaghetti. Now I want spaghetti. Now I really want spaghetti. What's your favorite type of spaghetti, Brian? What's your favorite? You know what? Spaghetti is, you know, what is your favorite type of noodle? What's your favorite noodle?
Yeah, I was just about to say, because spaghetti is this very specific type of
It
noodle.
is, you're right.
I'm actually more of a fettuccine kind of guy.
Okay.
I like,
You like
a little bit more going on in the bite.
Okay. Fettuccine guy. All right. Okay, so, what do you think about that, guys? Are you okay with that? I'm like, I don't know that there's going to be a better way to get that over there without it being messy. I really don't know that there is. So I think I'm not gonna tie it down, but I'm gonna leave it there for now because I want to get the PSU cables in, and I want to get those routed up. And again, we've got the handy dandy Robeytech knife here that we're going to use to open this. Can you believe, Brian, I was opening a box the other day and the box like literally said on it, do not use a knife. I'm like, what am I supposed to use?
Exactly.
Like, am I supposed to use my keys? Am I supposed to use my teeth? My fingernails that I don't have? Like, what am I supposed to use? I'm so confused. I'm so conflicted. So I used the knife on either side of it, and then I just ripped it open. Like, all right. I mean, I didn't use a knife for the whole thing. I used it for part. You know, that's not a knife. That's a knife. Okay, we've got the RX 750E, RM 750E from Corsair again. And let's see what this one smells like, because I have been told that smelling the PSU, like taking just a big like whiff of it, like it's part of the process of PC building. I mean, at least it is over here. That GPU smell. Okay, what's this gonna smell like? Woo! Okay, all right. I'm getting a little bay leaf.
Swirling it around like a fine wine.
Please.
It's got a nice bouquet to it.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of bay leaf, a little bit of red 4. And the smell of disappointment.
Shame and regret.
Shame and regret. Shame and regret. Yeah, it's not healthy. It's definitely not a healthy thing to do. Don't do that. Don't do that, kids. I am a trained...
We drink out of lead bottles.
And we drink out of lead bottles.
We huff PSUs.
We huff PSUs. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so one thing I do want to point out is this actually comes with a white power cable. I don't know that I've seen that with other white PSUs. Cool, neat touch.
Getting a little lightheaded.
Yeah. You know what I need to do is I need to hydrate. I need to hydrate. It's been a minute. By the way, guys, again, thank you so much for sticking with me here through this build. We have a pretty incredible build. I'm going to go ahead and throw the parts list up on the screen here while I fumble with this zip tie. And by zip tie, I mean this, this doomajanger that's holding this thing together. So for this build, we're using AMD's Ryzen 5 7600X in the ASRock Steel Legend B650 motherboard, which is just fun to say. We're going to be using the Power Color Hellhound OC Radeon RX 9060 XT with Kingston's NV7 1TB NVMe drive. We're using the KingBank RGB 6000 megatransfer per second RGB RAM. That's CL36 RAM. It's 32 gigabytes of that. All of that is in the Endorfy Arx 700 white case, which you're seeing us cable manage right now. We're using the Thermalright Peerless Assassin 120 SE white CPU cooler and the Corsair RM750E, which I am currently wrestling with the cables for that right now. So for the cables, we're going to need for this, we're going to need, I don't know how many PCI cables we're going to need. So I'm going to go ahead and keep at least, do we have more than one of those here? That is the question. So we have 2 EPS cables. Okay, so we have a 16-pin to dual 8-pin cable here. So I'm going to keep this out just in case. I've got a PCI cable just in case. We do not need Molex. We do need SATA though, because we need to power the hub that's inside here, and we'll need our 24-pin connector. But as for everything else that's here, we can go ahead and slap that back in the box, and we won't need those. We don't need those. So let's go ahead and start with the beast, the 24-pin cable. Ooh, we got 100 likes on YouTube. 100 likes on YouTube already. Great job, guys. Great job. All right, since we are going in with this guy, I think our best bet is going to be going through the top grommet with this one. And we'll feed that through. If I can get my hands on, oh, that's why I can't get my hands on it. And don't worry, we'll make sure that once we have this all tied down that we have, there's a cable comb. I'll lay this down. There's a cable comb here that will make sure that we arrange in the right way to make these cables look nice and aligned as best as we can. As best as we can. All right, and we're going to do our EPS cable next, our CPU cable. This is going to give power to our 9600X. Oh. Had the cable the wrong way, Brian. Rookie mistake. It's going to go on my permanent Pizza Hut record, I know it. No book it for you. No book it. Anybody else like a product of that, of that era of education and bribery?
Reading challenges for pizza.
Reading challenges for pizza. I'm like, I was already okay with reading, but you throw a pepperoni personal pan pizza on it? I am sold. Say less. Say less, friend. Okay, so we have those 2 cables in. We are gonna use a zip tie up top here because I want to make sure that there's the fan cable for the rear fan is in the back here, but I do want to tie it down to this location just to keep it in place, because otherwise I fear that it's going to sag. Hawaiian pizza, listen, I know people hate on Hawaiian pizza online, but I mean, listen, it's still pizza. Can you add green? Like greens to pizza or like to the build? I mean, we might be able to put some green light in here. Hawaiian pizza for life. Hawaiian pizza is life.
Yes, Blondie.
Dang.
Pineapple on pizza is superior.
I'm not going to say it's superior. I'm going to say like it's a legitimate option. I acknowledge its legitimacy.
It's that acidity that just cuts through the oil. It's just wonderful.
I guess the problem that I have with it is like I do like pineapple, but understand that like that enzymes in the pineapple can break things down and make things mushy that aren't supposed to be mushy. And sometimes that happens with the cheese if the pineapple's sitting on there too long. Like it kind of denatures the cheese a little bit, and that's gross. Like that like I can say, yeah, hardcore, like no thank you. Hardcore no thank you at that point. Have you thrown pineapple on the grill? Oh, yes, I have. Okay, so there used to be, in the place where I lived in Wisconsin years ago, there used to be a Brazilian steakhouse restaurant that like they would slather pineapple and brown sugar and put it on the rotisserie, and my goodness. It was one of those things that like any time that my wife and I went there, she was like, you make a distraction, I'll knock over the guy with the pineapple skewer, and then we make a break for it.
That is so good. I've done pineapple on, or brown sugar on pineapple. Oh, it is so good.
It is divine. It is a divine. Yeah, that's why we left that town, by the way. That's why we no longer live there.
Because what's better than putting sugar on top of sugar?
Yeah, right, exactly. More sugar. Stacks on stacks on stacks. Okay, so I'm thinking.
Okay, Blondie, I see you. That would be good.
What she got there?
I don't even have to try it, and I know that would be good. Peaches with brown sugar. A little
Oh,
butter.
yeah, 10,000%.
Yeah.
Peaches and brown sugar grilled, yes, 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 all of the yeses. Like, I cannot say yes enough. Like, all of the yeses right there. All right, we're gonna try to get this spine a little bit better managed here. I am pulling this Velcro out unintentionally. I'm gonna have to redo this here. I think this is one of the other challenges with using Velcro straps in a build is like sometimes you can run into these situations where like you have stiff cables and you have like malleable zipped or Velcro ties, and sometimes you end up like in these situations where it ends up getting pulled out of something. But I think what I'm gonna do with these front panel cables is I'm gonna use the loop that's there, and I'm gonna secure it to that loop. And hopefully, and I just realized I have a zip tie sticking out of the side here. I'm trying very hard not to clip this cable for our front I/O. That would be bad. Uh-oh. Guys, I'm throwing things around here. I hope I didn't lose any zip ties. I hope I didn't. I don't think I did. Yeah, guys, if you slap those like buttons over on YouTube, that is going to help us be able to do a giveaway. I would love to do a giveaway. Blondie would love to do a giveaway. Brian would love to do a giveaway.
Yep, $15 gift card.
Shoot, man. And then Justin can come back and I can be like, yo, listen, we did it. We did it. So you can go on vacation anytime. Anytime. Not really. Not really. We still love you around here, bud. We still love you around here. Your name's on the building.
For now.
For now, Brian says. Wow. Yeah, it looks like Justin is enjoying his vacation, and that's why I'm here. Like, I wanted to make sure, like, we wanted to make sure that he was able to do that. because he's done the same for us too. Like it's one of the things that kind of makes the teamwork around here is making sure we're looking out for each other and protecting those moments of rest. Like seriously, like I'm gonna go a little off script here and just be like, you know, look, like if you do not have a rhythm of rest in your life, like I know grind culture is like, can be like a huge thing, but like we were not designed to operate without rest. So there is a reason. There is a reason why rest is such an important thing. Like you gotta sleep, you gotta rest, and I mean more. I mean rest more than just sleep. Like you have to have rhythms of rest. Like as much as I love technology, one of the best things that I love about one of the best things I love about vacations is like I step away from technology. Like I go like where I can't use my phone, and I love it. It's glorious. All right, so we've got the spine in there, and this could be cleaner. I know this could be cleaner. We're gonna clean this up here. We're gonna clean this up here in a bit. Has Justin ever gotten mad on stream and yelled? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's usually when it comes out like somebody comes out at him with like misinformation about something.
Yeah. Yes.
And then he's quick.
Yes. Very much so. And I think the thing that's so funny about that is like usually like it's a situation, maybe a rant on stream, rarely ever off stream. Yep. By the way, hey Grandma Robey, glad to see you here. So glad you're here. I saw Glenn earlier, and I was hoping you were going to be with him so that I could say hi and give you a hug, because your hugs are the best. They really are. A good Robey rant. I remember there was one time, and I'm trying to remember like what it was. Like there was something recently. I think there was like, I think it was about like VRAM or something like that on graphics cards, and like if you didn't know, before Robeytech was Robeytech, Boy helped raise the Xbox. Like Boy was worked with Microsoft, senior producer on a bunch of games that I imagine most of you have played, and talked a little bit about game development, and it was an awesome educational experience. But yeah, like misinformation is one of those things that like it's kind of hard to let some of that stuff ride, right? Like, hey, what's up, Tom? Good to see you in the chat there, buddy. Yo, sorry I missed you on Monday, and thanks so much for your message the other night, man. Really, really appreciate you. Everybody give it up for House of Tom in the chat. If you see links, you see stuff going on the website, my man. Good to see you today, buddy. Hope your day has been good. So one of the previous studios, he actually had case. Yeah, it's been really neat to be able to like to hear more about like that journey and like some of the things that, you know, he's been able to like experience and do over the years in the gaming scene. And it's so funny because like most of the games he worked on were games that I played, and then like when we got connected, I'm like, oh hey, you're that guy. I didn't know that. All right, so we got our PSU. Now I made a little bit of a miscalculation, can I say, last time, where I had plugged, or I had installed the PSU before I had. I'm about to feel really dumb here. Hold up a minute. Did I do that? Brian, I think I did the big dumb here. I did the big dumb. I put in the EPS cable backwards. You hate to see it, folks. You know what? I was all busy like chatting. We were talking about pineapple and pizza. I was like so busy like trying to articulate my point in a very diplomatic way. And now I've got to be careful because like I got this cable super tight. The zip tie. We have our sacrifices.
It counts.
It counts. My biggest fear with doing this is always that I'm gonna like accidentally snip a cable. And then it's like rip-a-rooney. Okay, so this end goes to the PSU. This end goes to the EPS connection.
What's the difference?
So there is a, so if you look at the width of the connector here, there, this snaps into the PSU. This you can actually, I think in some cables, and I don't know whether, yeah, there's a little tab there that you can actually separate these out. So where if you don't need the entirety of the 8-pin connector, you can just split it out and use 4. So I'm sure that there's probably more of a difference than that, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. That's all right. We just wanted to make sure that this thing was plugged in the right way, right? Like this is an educational experience for everyone. Guys, we have an hour left. We have an hour left. Can we do it? Can we do it? I'm not gonna try to rush this. I'm not gonna try to rush this, but again, like we have an hour left. We wanna make sure that we get the cable management all nice and tidy here. We wanna make sure that everything is running, that we get to post. But like if we get to a point where it is running long, again, I want to be respectful of your time. I want to be respectful of everyone who is helping with the stream, like whether it's behind the scenes here or whether it's online. You know, I want to be super respectful of them. So, and also like again, you guys are giving your time to be here. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, whether you're at work, whether you're in the car, whether you're second screening this, whether you are making frittatas while you're watching. If somebody is making frittatas, like please let me know. Like that would be weird, like that I would call that like oddly specific thing out. But I mean, hey, there is a non-zero chance. There is a non-zero chance that could be happening. But hey, if you are, like, let us know in Discord. That would be awesome. It's discord.gg/Robeytech, by the way, which is a fantastic community. It's a fantastic community. Like, if you have questions about PC builds, like, you want to get to know other techie people, like, it really is a great community to be a part of. All right. Take 2. Boop. And now we're going to plug in the EPS cable to the PSU. Hey, great success. We got it. Aced it, nailed it, can't be stopped. Now, the 24 pin here this is going to be a little bit more. We're actually going to have to get in here and do this. Thank you, Brian. Because the length of the cable with where we have it running. Oh, okay. And this is one of the reasons why we didn't like fully zip tie this down, because we're actually going to have to come over a little bit to get this plugged in. Because it looks like from a length standpoint, and I apologize, my head is like in the way here, and I'm trying to get this plugged in, but also like trying not to get in the way of the camera. All right, so we got one side of that in. Yeah, the distance there was just we just did not have a lot of, we didn't have a lot of leeway. with it where it was tied down to. So I'm really glad I didn't use zip ties just yet for that. Okay, so we've got that in, which we'll be able to actually tie it back here, which is great. Ah, Blondie, you were so kind. You were so kind. Yeah, in case you're coming in and you're like, who is this guy? Like, why is this what happens when Robey shaves? Like, no, it's not. Like, I can confirm that is not the case. My name is Damien. I have the privilege of being the lead writer here at Robeytech. Occasional host of videos when either Justin is out or on vacation, or when we're trying to make the most content that we can in places like Computex, and trying to divide and conquer and make the most out of our time and yours, and so I get the privilege of serving on the team in that capacity. So I love it. It's such a joy to be able to be a part of the Robeytech family, and to be able to, like, this is what I do. This is what I get to do, and it is such a privilege to be able to say that, but it's even more of a privilege to be able to do it. Brian actually paid me to say that, so $20, little man. So I am looking at the edge of this case here, and I am wondering, with how I have these cables bundled, will the case actually close? We're 38 shy. Yes, yeah. I'm what happens when Robey grows to 6'3", and shaves. Like that's exactly, like, this is, like, I was found in a pocket dimension where Robey is 6'3" and clean shaven and capable of growing a beard. I have also been referred to as Timu Robeytech, which is A-okay. I'm okay with that. Guys, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're not there yet, but we are close. We're actually really close, I think. We're really close, I think. I am going to go ahead and stand this case up because I feel like I'm not quite getting a... I had to... So you had to install the PSU outside of the case on this one? Okay, so there were actually metal tabs on either side of this shroud for the power supply. Cy Swan, tier 2 sub, thank you so much. So much. Really appreciate that sub. Really appreciate it. So I really, like, all of the support that you guys give. Like, you guys are the reason we get to do what we get to do. We're super grateful for all of you, and for who you are, for being here, for showing up, for giving the support that you do, the love that you do. I want to test this because I am not convinced. Here, I want to show this just because I'm not convinced. This bulge of cables here looks suspect, Brian. It looks sus, as the youths would say. It looks sussy. Oh, I've got a cable sticking out there that I do not wish to pinch. Okay, no, it's clears. It's clears. We're a little, I'm gonna go ahead and refresh the, our monitor here. Give me just a... Sorry, guys. Here we go. Okay, so we are clearing on the side. We still have more management that we need to do here. Don't worry. We're gonna get it cleaned up. We're gonna get it cleaned up and looking a little bit better than it does right now. How we're gonna do that, I have no idea. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'm gonna figure it out, because that's what we do. The cables are managing to be managed. I am managing to manage the cables. I'm seeing a lot of like greens in here, like as far as like as far as colors go. Is that what we need to do as far as the RGB goes in this thing? I mean, I was leaning a little bit more towards like a cyan, like a light blue, but that's just me. That's just me. Green is amazing, Figment says, just like that.
Recently in that Corsair build, we did the green and yellow. It came out pretty sweet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Green and yellow.
Do you guys remember that one?
Blondie wants pink. You know, I thought about pink.
Pink's a great color.
Pink would be a great color. I'm not afraid to use pink. All right, we've got this problem child. This problem child right here. What would Robey do in this instance? Would he just like bundle it together, zip tie it and call it a day? All right, then that's what we're gonna do. It's the Robeytech way. Anybody get that reference? Muppet Christmas Carol. Sam the Eagle. So Sam the Eagle is Ebenezer Scrooge's tutor. And at one point in time, he's like, it's the American way. And then like, I think Rizzo like goes off and like whispers to him, and then he goes, it's the British way. So good. All right, well, you know what? I'm not mad at that. Well, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. What do we think, guys? Is it Robeytech worthy? Is it Robeytech worthy? We could do a couple more. We could do a couple more tie downs here just to secure everything into place. Born Joker's just like, get on with it. The cable management is fine. I want to see something else. Listen, I get it. I understand. Yeah, it did turn out pretty clean so far. All right, so let's just check out the front. We'll finesse the front a little bit. I still am like not 100% pleased with like how many cables we have going on here, but at the same point in time, we've got two fans that are smack in the middle of that. So it's part of the price you pay. It's an inexpensive cooler. It's a solid cooler, but you do have two fans there with ARGB that they're gonna have to, that stuff is gonna have to live somewhere. I am adding another zip tie in the back here just because of how much like through space that you can see through here. I just want to make sure that like there is a wire that was kind of like, it was a little wily. It was a little wily, and I wanted to make sure that it's just not floating in the breeze out there. Because nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. And I think it might be GPU time. What do you guys think? Should we slap a GPU in here? Get it all wired up? How we looking, guys? What do you think? What do you think? Now that I'm seeing like the cables come through there, I'm actually looking at those black grommets and thinking, you know, that might not look bad. But at the same point in time, I'm like, I'm not so committed to that idea that I'm like ready to pull cables out. And Kevin Barber, yo, the barbarian himself. My goodness, this dude, Kevin Barber, we go way back. World of Warcraft Guild Master, one of the best main tanks I have ever played that game with, and stellar craftsman IRL. Like, dude makes leather goods. Like, if you want to check out some leather goods, Barbarian Leatherworks. Man is super skilled, super skilled artist. Let's throw the parts list on the screen here again, because we did a lot of cable management. I just want to remind people what we're seeing here today. So we have, for our parts list for this build, we're using the AMD Ryzen 5 7600X for our CPU. That is sandwiched into the ASRock B650 Steel Legend, because you have to say it like that. We're getting ready to install the Power Color Hellhound OC Radeon RX 9060 XT. We've got a 1 terabyte NVMe drive from Kingston. That's the NV3. We're using 32 gigabytes of RAM from Kingbank. So that's the Kingbank RGB 6,000 mega transfers per second at CL36. We're building inside the Endorfy Arx 700 white case. The cooler we're using is the Thermalright Peerless Assassin 120 SE in white, and we are powering this all with the white Corsair RM750E. So pretty strong build. This build comes out to just shy of $1,200, by the way. I know we haven't said that on the price. Okay, like I gotta point this out here, because the shroud on this thing, like, just feels solid. Like, I've got a peel on this to do, but like, it just, this is actually kind of a weighty card. Like, I was actually kind of surprised here. I realize I'm taking this away from the camera. He is trying so hard, guys. I'm making him work hard for the money. I'm making him work hard for the money here today.
Wait, we're getting paid?
Wait, what? Yeah, in YouTube likes. Didn't you know that? Didn't you know we were getting paid in YouTube likes, man? Speaking of, how are we doing over there on YouTube? How are we doing on the YouTube likes there? If you haven't already, like, if you wouldn't mind going over to youtube.com/Robeytech Live, going ahead and just slap the like button, give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying yourself. 116 out of 150. We are so close. We are so close. Do you have awesome cable management like Robey? I don't know. I mean, I can let you decide. I'm going to say no, I don't, but like, hey, here we go. We didn't do too shabby with this. I mean, we had a lot of cables to manage. We have 4 fans. Again, like, I realize, like, it's a mess back here, but we have 4 fans all with ARGB cables. We've got a fan hub that's back here and what have you. So, I mean, I feel pretty good about the cable management god. Thank you so much, Southland Warrior 777. Appreciate you. Thanks for asking the question. But yeah, so we got a $1,200 build here. So I'm really interested to see how this system runs, because I have not had an opportunity to use one of the new 9000 series GPUs. Oh, did you see the peel? You caught that. Brian, you're so good.
Like a sniper.
You were like, you were on it, man. Okay, so we've got another peel in the front here, and this one's giving me a little bit more fits here. All right, we got it. I will say this, and just like to let you all know, Robey has built hundreds, if not thousands, of PCs. I have not. I have built, I would say, probably over a dozen, maybe 20 PCs. mainly for friends, family, some of the churches I've been a part of. And in case you were wondering, like, yes, the actual name that I use in Discord, Pastor Dame, like, I was a pastor for 16 years, so legitimate, like, not just saying that. So anyway, we got the peels going on here. Oh, all right, all right. We got a little pearlescent sheen on this thing. Get a load of that. Okay, okay. I see you, Power Color. I see you, Power Color. Look at that.
Rotating a little bit.
Look at that card. That's pretty. Like, there's no RGB on it, but I'm not mad at that. That is super clean. That is super, super clean. All right, so we're gonna slap that in here gingerly.
Oh, thank you, Blondie. Yeah, the Power Color, they put out some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
I think, was it Andre that we met in Taipei?
I was actually not at that meeting.
You weren't there.
Yeah, I was with Deb. I think we were shooting Fantex at that point in time.
Super cool people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope we get to do a lot more with them.
Yeah, I've had some great interactions with them. When I was writing for MMORPG, I had a couple of interactions with Power Color, and super great. Actually, Chris, who was writing for, he was actually writing with me for a little bit here, doing some freelance stuff with the Robeytech team. And Chris actually used to do some live streams with Power Color. All right, guys, because we only have the, this is a single connector card, we're gonna be able to just use the one cable. We don't have to use this guy here. So we're just gonna be able to use the one. I am making sure that I have the appropriate end of the cable in my hand this time. And, all right, so we have a couple of options for routing here. And let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna stand this up here because I wanna show this. So we have a couple of options for routing. So we could go through this cavity in the back, and we would be directly near where the power supply is. We could go up to the front and have it drop down here and be a little bit more obfuscated, I think, but it would push the cable far forward. So, yeah, what do you think? What do you think? Are we team front or are we team back? Team front or team back here? Brian, what do you think aesthetically? Like,
Definitely team black.
Your
back.
team back?
Yeah.
Your team back? I'm seeing go front. I'm seeing, oh wow, we're really divided. We're really, really divided here. Okay, okay, I'm seeing team back predominantly. Okay, team back predominantly. Okay, so, well, I'm just curious, like, we've got a little bit of time, so let's just see, like, what does it look like through here? Yeah, I don't love that. I don't love that. It's like the Fallout meme. Everyone hated this action. Everyone hated this action. All right. All right, we're just going to get this plugged into our PSU here. I'm going to turn the case over because we are going to take this cable and we're going to tie it together with our other cables that we have back here to make sure that we are managed well. Why not come up with something like get the power through the PCI slots, no cables needed? You know, actually, there was a time when that was possible. there was a time when that was the place where you would actually get power for your GPU. Now, that being said, there are definitely some motherboards that do that with like the Asus BTF. I think that, I'm trying to remember if MSI, I don't think MSI, wait a minute. MSI might provide power through their Project Zero boards. I don't think they do. No, they do not. But I can't remember whether or not Gigabyte's Project Stealth. I think Gigabyte's Project Stealth also provides PCI power through a special lane. There's like almost like an additional bump out with the PCI lane that they have like a special connector that slots down in that provides that power. We're 116 out of 50 guys, or out of 150 guys. We are so close to giving something away. We have 45 minutes left, but guys, guess what? We got the GPU in. We got the GPU in, and I think. Let's do a zip tie or two. What do you think? Do we need to do a zip tie or two on that just to make the cable lay a little bit better? Or does it look good enough? I'm so torn. I'm so torn on it. Like I almost think that there's just like one. Go for it. Why not? Thanks, Landsworth. I appreciate it. Go for it. Why not? It's just a zip tie, right? It's just a zip tie. It's just one, maybe two, maybe 5, maybe 27 zip ties. I can stop anytime I want. I'm not mad with power with a limitless supply of zip ties. You got nothing on me. You got nothing on me. All right, we're just about there. We're just about there, guys. Again, thanks for sticking with me through the build here. We're almost there. We're almost ready to see if we post here. Yeah, I like that. It's gonna make it look a little bit. New zip tie record. Are you saying maybe? What's the most zip ties ever used in a stream? Blondie, do you have that number? I knew that at one point in time because I asked Justin for that information for a script once, and I don't recall what that number was. So if one of you knows, that would be fantastic if you could share that information. It was mind-blowing. That's what I remember. I'm wanting to say it was like 57 or something like that. It was a redonkulous amount of zip ties. Okay. I feel better about that. I feel a bit better about that. I am gonna. Yeah, there we go. I think. I want to check. I want to make sure all of our fans are plugged in. All of our cables are nice and secure. Clean this up a little bit more. All right, guys, what do you think? Should we plug it in and see if it posts? All right, Blondie, do we have predictions? Oh, yeah, I suppose we could do zip. Thank you. Let's do the zip tie count first. All right, what was our take? Was it odds or evens? What's our favor here? Not yet. Okay. All right. That's all right. We'll go ahead and throw the parts list up on the screen here one more time so that you guys can see what we are building with here. So we're building with the AMD Ryzen 5 7600X. That is slotted into the ASRock B650 Steel Legend motherboard, because you have to say it that way. You know what? I appreciate you guys bearing with me because I love being able to be goofy and do some voices with things. We are using the Power Color Hellhound OC Radeon RX 9060 XT for our GPU. For storage, we're using Kingston's NV3 1TB drive. For RAM, we're using the KingBank RGB 6000 megatransfer per second RGB CL36, 32 gigabytes of RAM. That is all in the Endorfy Arx 700 white case. Thermalright PA or Peerless Assassin 120 SE white. And that is all being powered by the Corsair RM750E white. Beautiful build that turned out pretty slick. 1,200 bucks. 1,200 bucks, not too shabby, not too shabby. All right, Blondie. All right, Blondie. Are we good to go? Are we good to go? Do we have it? Is the prediction in? Yes, the predictions are in. All right, so, whew, all right. Pile of shame, here we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. Did I skip 21? All right. 22 zip guys. 22 zip ties.
Maybe typically Robey puts them in bundles of 5.
Yeah, and I totally did that, right?
Okay.
And then I just miscounted.
Okay.
It's on me. It's 22.
Okay. 22.
22. We used a lot of zip ties. It's
even.
evens. The evens have it.
Mail-in zip ties only.
The evens have it. The evens have it. Thank you guys for playing Zip Tie Roundup. Thank you for playing Zip Tie Roundup. The game where the points don't matter, but everybody wins. Okay. Oh, yeah. Blondie. I'm sorry. I'm fired. I'm sorry. I am racked with shame. My day is ruined. My disappointment is immeasurable. It's odds. I was right.
Just means you need to use one more.
It just means I need to use one more zip tie. That's all. Just one more zip tie. That's it.
Especially if the points have already been awarded.
Yeah, if the points have already been awarded, like I've got a place where I can use a zip tie. We're fine. It's good. See, what we're gonna do here, it's easy win here, right? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna, it's going through the slot there. Come on, there we go. There, we are all, there, odds. Yeah, no, evens win. There we are. There we are. We did it, guys. We did it. First try. Okay, moment of truth. Will it post?
Let's get your predictions in.
Get your predictions in. Bet the farm. Don't really.
What kind of points does everybody have?
Yeah, that is.
I'm kind of curious. Who are some of the high rollers, and how many points do you have?
Whew. All right, we've got some confidence out there. Confidence in my building abilities. I appreciate that.
408,000.
Blondie. My goodness.
She's got the insider trading.
I mean, I suppose when you're here for like every stream, and I mean, Blondie is just a champ anyway. Just an absolute champ. Yeah, you've been here for a bit. It runs on the first run. Thank you for the confidence, Mr. Blackstone636. Appreciate you. It is a very pretty build. It turned out all right. $1,200 build. Yeah, a smoking PC would be funny for everyone but me. All right, you all let me know when the predictions are in. I'm excited. Like this did turn out really, really clean. Really, really clean. I'm not mad at it. Oh, you know what I should also do is make sure that I actually have our keyboard and mouse ready to roll, just in case. Just in case. Predictions are done. Did I get the pity vote? Did I get the pity vote? I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. Your faith in me, it fuels me. It fills me. All right. Here's the question. Will it post? Oh? We got light? we got lights? We got lights? We got lights? Will it do it? Will it do it? Come on. Come on. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. This is always... Is it? Is it gonna do it? Oh, uh-oh.
It might be training the RAM.
Is it? Will it do it? I'm so nervous, guys. I'm so nervous. So... Wait. Did it? It posted! Yes! We did it! First try. First try. All right. We got it. We got it, guys. We got it. Okay. We posted. Fantastic. This is great news. Great news. All right. So we said that we were going to do what color on this? Are we doing green? Is that what I remember?
Green or pink?
Green or pink? Green or pink for the build here. I've got to actually make sure that I've got... All right. My mouse, for some reason, is not showing up. It is set to the correct thing. I will try turning it off and turning it back on again. I have no mouse. I have no mouse and I must scream.
Try a different board.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, so we can get the Azarok Pink or We Riot. Snap, Blondie. Okay. Mama Robeytech is also saying pink. All right. Ladies, I'm not going to take that away from you. I'm not going to take that away from you. Look at that. That's so handsome. We haven't done pink in forever. That sounds like a disappointment. All right, Blondie. For you, we're gonna do pink. I am Blondie, hear me roar. There's a switch on the GPU to put the light on toward the middle of the GPU, unless it's already on. So that is awesome to know. I am not going to reach in there just yet. All right, so we have addressable RGB 1. We're gonna do static mode.
This one maybe?
Yep. Static. All right, so that's pink on the RAM and the motherboard. Okay. What is very interesting here is I am not actually getting, okay, all channels. I wonder, I may have to actually go into the motherboard to do this, or into the BIOS, I'm sorry. I might have to go into the BIOS to do this, which is fine. I can do that. Since we know that it posts, this is fantastic. This is fantastic fraptuous news, as one might say. All right, so that gets us those lights. We may also have a situation, and I'm going to go ahead and, all right, we're going to shut down here for just a second, because I want to reset the I'm going to reset the plug, the RGB plug here, just to make sure that the header is seated properly. But we've got pink on the RAM, pink on the motherboard. All right, so that is ARGB. This is ARGB1. By the way, something that I typically do, and I don't know that you have to do this, but it was something that I learned years ago, and so I try to make a habit of doing this whenever I'm going into like working inside of my system. Like I will always make sure that I unplug the system from the wall, and then you can either hold down the power button to discharge any extra power that's in there, or wait a few seconds for it to discharge, just because I realize that there's like nothing that's gonna, like, it's probably not gonna hurt me, but like I also just want to make sure that I'm like not doing the big dumb and doing something that's gonna either like damage wasn't the RGB hub connected to the reset switch? Should use it to cycle RGB. You know what, that's a great point. That's a great point. You make an exceptionally valid point there, and you're probably right. All right, so static. Okay, that did not seem to be doing that. So let's, oh, hey, you know what? There you are. You're a wizard. Now the question is, can we get it on a color that's can we get it on a color that's going to match the pink on the rest of the components? I feel like there's typically like an override with this, like where if you hold it down for a couple of seconds. Okay, so we have that all channels off right now. So let me go ahead and put static, apply to all channels. Okay, that's not right. Okay, well, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to go back into, let's go back into the system and let's see if we can't get it to read. Again, like we'll try to get a color on here that looks good so you guys can see it. And then the question is, like, with testing, like what kind of benchmarks would you rather us like get the colors right, do a benchmark or two? What is your favor? Okay, I am also seeing that the center fan is not working here. That is a problem. That is a big problem. Okay, so this fan is going, that fan's going, the center fan here is not going. Okay, that is a problem. Oh, I think I see what it is. All right. Bear with me, guys. We'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. Ah, I see it. I see it. Easy, easy. Great success. There we go. It's working now. It's working. Yeah, sometimes those fan headers, like it's easy to like get the thing like just offset on it, and because I was plugging it in and wasn't able to see where I was actually looking with it, I didn't get it plugged in the right way. So, all right, Cinebench would be great. All right, fantastic. We'll see about running Cinebench. I would love to be able to get the colors right on here. But we shall see. We shall see what we can do. If we can, awesome. If not, did that switch do anything in the middle there, Brian? Did you?
I didn't touch it.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, okay. You know,
You can flip it down if you'd like.
yeah, we're gonna do. We're gonna get the most fantastic tool with the best name possible. We're grabbing a spudger. That's the name. That's a spudger.
Spudger.
A spudger. Reach in there. Oh.
I turned it on or
Oh,
off.
it's yeah. So
was
there's some
already
light on the end of it.
Yeah.
There's some light on the end of it right there. It's good. All right. We are loading our RGB stuff here. Let's see what we can see. Okay, so we have the DRAM showing up. So if we right now, the program that we're using, and Polychrome does this sometimes, it is only seeing the DRAM. But if we link it to the motherboard, the onboard LED, it will take the RAM and do RGB with the RAM. So we can cycle through the main colors here. Oh, here you are, sir. Blue Horse Studios! Blue Horse Studios is here. What's up, Ron? Good to see you, buddy. Wait a minute. Do we have color that's semi?
Purple.
That's okay. It's purple. It's not the same. It's close-ish. I suppose this is a horseshoes and hand grenades situation, right? Like. All right, so we got solid white and pink right now. Is that okay? Is that okay for now? Thanks, Ron. Really appreciate you, buddy. Dude, your work is stunning. Like, if you guys, honestly, like, if you guys are not following Blue Horse Studios on socials, like, y'all need to see, like, this Ron's epic mods that he does with PC builds. So good. So good. Alrighty, guys, we've got about 20 minutes left, so let's go ahead and we're gonna run Cinebench here real quick and see what we can see as far as temps go. I wanna put the oh, you know what we did? We didn't do one thing. We didn't do the peel. We did not. Oh, there's the inside peel. You're right. You're right. Here we go. Oh. Woo. All right, it's fighting me. It's fighting me. Well, we got it. We got it. Get the panel on the side. Get the panel on the side. BMOC, thank you so much for subscribing with your Prime sub. Appreciate.
I was so disappointed when I saw that I just missed you in Dallas.
What?
You had to leave early, and I was so sad.
Oh, what a peel! What a peel! Oh. What's up? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guys, hold up a minute. Hold up a minute. Something's happening. Something's happening. That peel was like so crazy that the camera died. The peel was so crazy that the camera was like, I can't even. I can't do it. All right, we got our, gonna get our technical
no satisfaction. That's funny.
All right, so we want to be able to see our, the temps on our 7600X. Go to Cinebench. Yep. We're good. Come on. The user agreement is like, guys, read the user agreement. Dang it.
Can you? Looks like the window's just too big because they accept us down at the bottom.
You know what's going on, huh? I know what's happening. I know what's happening. I'm sorry, guys. This is totally on me. I forgot. And Justin even told me, hey, this is going to default to 4K. So you may want to just go ahead and set the resolution. So I'm gonna close out of that. I'm gonna restart everything. That was a my bad, guys. My bad. My bad. Okay, so we want to see our power package. Why is that over all the way? That's, oh, here we go. We're gonna, for some reason our values are all like way over. Okay, now we can go to Cinebench, and hopefully this time. What is going on? It does not want to close.
Can you resize the window to see the bottom?
It literally will not let me close the window. Apologies, guys.
Can you tab in spacebar? Like tab to the accept button. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, there's no button there, Brian.
Well, it's just not showing it to you. I have to do this every time.
Okay.
The accept button is just below it.
Can I hand you the keyboard to do this? Because I am like on the struggle bus, my friend.
Yeah, so I probably just closed it.
You did.
Is there also a world where... Oh, I should lock this. Yeah.
How many people does it take to close a Cinebench window?
See what I'm doing. There we go.
Oh, what a legend. What a legend. All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. What are we thinking, guys? What is our average going to be? What are we going to? All right. Oh. Apologies. Here we go. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We got it figured out. We got it figured out. Ah, 127 at YouTube. What's up, Mark Griffin? Good to see you. We're averaging about 87, 86. Yeah, about 87 degrees-ish. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Now, I do wonder, because we had this the other day, we had a situation where in the BIOS, the fan settings were set to silent on the motherboard. So it's entirely possible that what we're seeing is that silent fan curve here. But again, like, we're not in like any danger here. You know, we're far enough away from TJ Maxx. We are far enough away from TJ Maxx on this where, and again, we're putting the CPU under a load that, like, it can do. It's just, you know, not necessarily meant for that. 88 isn't bad. Appreciate the validation on that BMOC. It's been a minute since I've done like any like deep tough testing on AMD. I know that, well, on either platform really, but like I know that when we look at some of our like AIO charts and whatnot, that you know, mid 80s, mid to higher 80s is usually pretty where, you know, when we do things under load, it's where we're seeing our AIOs handle. And hey, we've got an air cooler in here that's pretty strong. 134 of 150, guys. We've got like 23 minutes. We got 23 minutes. We got this. We got this. We're almost there. We're almost to the point where Blondie can help us give something away. 16 more needed. 16 more needed. BMOC, it's good to see you in here, man. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing all right, buddy. I definitely have like a breeze coming out the back here too. One of the other things that I know would also be helpful too, especially as we have an air cooler in here, is if we had turned down, if we turned down the speed of the rear fan. Sometimes, like when you're, where's the Smoke Genie? I am not Smoke Genie certified, Blondie.
I am.
Brian is. I don't have my forklift certification for PC building, so Brian is. All right, I'm gonna hold the scarecrow here, and Brian is gonna get the Smoke Genie. He's gonna make it happen, guys. He's gonna make it happen. We need to switch the view though.
Yeah.
All right. You got this. Dude, you are the talented man. This guy here. You know, I'm gonna move away from that because I feel like I'm gonna end up standing in. I don't know that there's a good place for me to stand where I'm not gonna be in the, in the smoke. All right, we're having requests to go full cam. Yeah, full screen, full send. All right, you ready?
It's going super fast.
It is going super fast.
Yeah.
And you know, quite honestly, like the case is not loud.
No.
No, I mean it's super silent, guys. It's super silent.
Back to capture.
How are we doing on our Cinebench? We're guys, 87.4, not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, we have time. If we cut Cinebench short, we could probably run Cyberpunk real quick to show a little bit of game performance. Why don't we go ahead and do that? If you guys are okay with that, why don't we go ahead and do that just so that we can see what that looks like, see a little bit of gameplay performance here. I figured y'all would be okay with that, but I always want to ask because, like, you know, this is an us stream here, guys. This is us hanging out. Okay, guys, Cyberpunk real quick here. Real quick. We are going to go ahead and run this at 1080p.
Do you need to change the rear?
No, I actually changed the resolution earlier to 1080p, so we should be good. We should be good. Our screen, though, is not... Oh, we're running into the Radeon hates the ninjas situation. So it's showing on the stream, but it's not showing on the monitor.
Is this where he usually goes?
Oh, we might go DisplayPort?
DisplayPort, yeah.
Oh, maybe so. Yeah.
That one, isn't it?
It is that one. It is that one.
Well, we need to mirror, right? Oh, got
it. Yeah, as soon as I turned that monitor on, it we lost sound, but okay.
Do you need to duplicate the monitor?
Maybe, yeah. That would be it.
Because no, I don't have it on capture.
All right. Give me just a second, guys. We'll get there. We'll get there. If I can find my mouse, that'd be great. Okay. One moment, please.
I'll do some beauty shots.
Duplicate. Keep changes. Now the keyboard is not working. At least not working in Cyberpunk. I'm going to go ahead and just stop Cyberpunk, relaunch it here. Hopefully we can get this working, guys. We have 7 minutes left. 6 minutes left. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, that would probably... Almost there. Almost there. We can do it, guys. We can do it. We need 11 more likes on YouTube. Can we get 11 likes in 6 minutes? Can we do it? I think we can. I believe in you. We are so close. So close. All right, so we have keyboard control. Let's go. All right. So we're going to go to settings. We're going to go to graphics. We have FSR 3.
Did you duplicate the display?
What's up?
Did you duplicate the display?
I did, yep.
Because we got nothing coming to the capture.
Okay, that I duplicated the display. It's 1080p. Outside of that, I'm not sure what else to try here. Guys, I think we might have gotten...
I mean, I can try to... I can put my camera on
Okay.
your monitor, but...
All right, we're gonna go a little cowboy here, guys. We're gonna go a little cowboy here. Sorry about that. We have something that's not communicating the way that it's supposed to. Okay, so we're gonna run Cyberpunk. We are at ray tracing low. We're gonna use FSR 3.0 quality setting. Frame generation is off, and let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. And we've got temperatures up in the corner for GPU and CPU, just in case you are curious. I'll try to call those out because they're probably going to be a little bit more challenging to see with the light reflecting off of the screen there. Again, apologies, guys. Sorry that it didn't quite behave. You love to see it. 118, 119 in here. Okay. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, pretty solid.
YouTube goal reached.
YouTube goal reached? What? We get to give stuff away on one of my streams? You guys. You're too good. All right, 143. All right. So yeah, pretty capable machine here. We got 55 on the GPU, 71, 72 on the CPU. You get 30s. That is not what I know. That you guys don't need 30 more minutes of me. I promise you. I promise you. I am better in small doses. I am better in small doses. All right, so for an average here, 125. 125, let's go. Let's go. All right, well, while that is running, let's put frame generation on. We're gonna pop out of here.
I'm gonna come around.
All right, Brian is gonna. Again,
we're going to get a better.
We're going kind of cowboy here, guys. So bear with us. Bear with us.
I'm gonna have to be on one side or the other.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
I can move over this way. There we go. All right. So go back to our settings here. Again, FSR 3.0 quality. We have FSR 3.1 frame generation on. Let's run the benchmark. And again, remember, this is at 1080p, because this really is a 1080p build. This is it's a pretty solid 1080p build. $1,200 for this system with all the parts. We got all the parts lists up for that. If you're interested in that, yeah, let us know. We'll post it. Okay, something does not seem right, because that is running about the same. I feel like something did not enable the way that it was supposed to. I wonder if I didn't let it exit out. The one thing that we have discovered with testing Cyberpunk is that sometimes there will be these occasions where like a setting will change. Like you may change something and another setting will change elsewhere and may not 100% stick. And so I'm wondering if we saw a situation where the setting just didn't stick for us or something changed. You can no longer enter the raffle. It is closed. Good day, sir. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, everyone. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, so that did not engage. That was not on. All right. So I think with that, we're gonna have to go ahead and we're gonna finish up the giveaway. And we're gonna call it Faith Makes a Way. Faith Makes a Way won a $15 gift card. Congratulations. Congratulations, Faith Makes a Way. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and change the cameras here to the static camera. Guys, thank you so much for the last couple of days of showing up with me leading the live streams. Thank you guys for allowing there to be some space and a place for another host here on Robeytech. Thank you guys for giving Justin the margin to be able to go and feel like he can take a vacation and let people like me step in and lead the stream while he's away. Because we always know that like when he comes back refreshed, when anybody comes back refreshed, they're better for it. But anyway, thank you all for hanging out here. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this amazing Robeytech community. Make sure that you follow us here at Robeytech and Robeytech Live. And hey, I'll see you in a couple of videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.
Yep. My intro button doesn't work. Did you mute?